it feels different and it feels good because we have new leadership, we got new players, we got vet leadership, and so I think all that combined just makes for a good atmosphere right now. It feels good.
How does that help you guys elevate even more for the players who are returning?
It makes it easier. I remember this time last year, it didn't feel good. So we had to get that in order first in order for people to start playing well. It's like the domino effect. But I think once your culture is kind of established, how you guys see it now, I think it makes everything else way easier. I don't know if that makes sense, but way easier.
It makes sense.
It makes complete sense to me, and this is what I kept telling everyone about. The Indiana Fever last year, they weren't winning games. They had no chemistry. The locker room probably wasn't vibed out like how it is now. You got girls who have been on the same team, like DeWanna Bonner, Sophie Cunningham, and some of these girls, Sydney Colsam, been in these organizations for years. Some of them not even being utilized the right way, or some of them being in a system that's meant and designed for other players. Now you're going into a new system where they're young and they like to run, and they're going to do this motion offense, and they're in an organization with the Fever and Caitlin Clark, the best women's basketball team right now in the nation as far as popularity, coverage, everything, right? Everyone's excited. There's news press everywhere. They're all over social media. You know, their energy is high right now. So that means the vibes are high. That means practice is going to be good energy. And that means that they're ready to work. I saw a lot of girls in the offseason talk about, man, I'm going to be working, trying to get in the best shape I can as far as being able to run, be rim runners.
Oh, man. I have nothing but great things to say about Stephanie. From the time I was in China playing and her trying to get me back here, and the leadership that she took to, make sure I felt welcome and felt safe coming back and playing under her. She's done an unbelievable job with all of us one by one and making sure we all feel different but in a good way. And I think with her leadership along with the assistant coaches, we've already cultivated how we want to play, and so that already feels good as a player coming from Stephanie. Up tempo, fast. Obviously, how me, C squared, all those guys are. But I think when we cultivate DB and your older ones in it, I think we're gonna have more of a winning culture and not just playing fast. So now we get the best of both worlds.
Kelsey, I hear the word about kind of giving some grace in the
Yeah.
How do you balance keeping things intense early but recognizing that y'all are still figuring each other out?
Culture, and I think once you establish the respect in the room, the environment is always is value with that. I think those days that are tough that you do have to give grace for, it's respect behind it. We don't expect perfection right now, but we do expect discipline and we expect hard work. So if we can cultivate that and then give ourselves some grace when it's time to go win games, I think we will.
And that culture, that goes for a lot of things. That goes for a lot of things. That goes for trust, having each other's back, picking each other up. That's a huge, strong word right there. And that's going to be what defines the Indiana Fever internally. So there's a lot of new people in this organization, in this locker room. There's a lot of new girls, a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different cultures in there. So they got to get it together, and I'm sure they will with time. And I'm just glad that the energy is high. I'm glad that the energy is positivity. I'm glad that the energy is championship. So there's a huge difference from this year and last year already. Huge difference.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think that your DBs, your Sophies, and even like Sid, it's like a wild card because they won and they know it on different levels. You got to think Sid Colson was maybe started on the bench but had to go get minutes, and she won a championship. And then it was the same with Natasha Howard. It's the same with DB. So we get a different leadership of vets that came. It's going to teach us how to win. So it's pretty fun.
What has stood out to you about the attitude and focus as you try to set the tone for
Yeah.
the season?
I think the best part right now is everyone wants to be here. It's really downplayed. It sounds cliche, but it's nothing like being where you want it and everybody feels value in order to go have a good training camp, have a good preseason, so you can have a good first game when the season starts. But I think right now it's just that good feeling of everybody feel like, hey, I want to be here and I want to compete. So I think that's the first step.
Kelsey, Stephanie said in an event this weekend that this is the best talent-wise of a roster that she's ever seen.
Right.
How do you, what's your opinion on that? Do you agree with her?
I do. I think that we have every kind of player in this league. And I don't know if you guys watch the OKCs or the Houston Rockets. They have so many, even our Pacers guys. Like our guys do a really good job of everyone have and a different effect and a different demand on the game. And I think that talent cultivated in one room, we make ourselves really, really, really now unstoppable if we want to be. And I think it makes for a great team.
On that note, have you guys, I mean, this is a team that can contend for a championship. Have
Yeah.
you guys explicitly talked about that yet, or is it so focused on the early days of training camp?
I think that we've already foresaw as players how it's supposed to look. But it's different once you get in it and you gotta know people, and I don't know you and you don't know me, so I gotta get to know you and I get to know you, and so together it just takes some time. I think that chemistry and that level right now is just really, we have to establish that in order for us to win games. And I think that's the most important right now in training camp.
Kelsey, you mentioned chemistry.
Yeah.
Obviously, you and Caitlin doing this year too.
Yeah.
How is it like, I guess, hitting the ground running versus trying to figure out how to play with each other last year?
It actually doesn't feel different. From the moment I met Caitlin and the moment she met me, like I said, when you respect your teammates and respect as competitors, it makes for a better relationship. It makes for a better dynamic, and I think that me and C Square established that 2 years ago now. So I think everything with us is going to always be kosher and really put together because we've already established who we were as people and as players and how we can help make each other better. So it feels good to me already.
I didn't know that. Well, I did kind of know that. We saw that, but that's a big statement from Kelsey Mitchell. You know, her and Caitlin Clark, they have already, there's nothing different. We know each other. We have respect for each other, and we already know our connection. Like, I understand there's a lot of people here, but me and C Square, as Kelsey would say, that's already locked in. Remember, I made the video and she quoted out, Kelsey Mitchell quoted out before a lot of these free agents came over. I'm riding with you 22. You know, she had posted it on one of her Instagram accounts. So Kelsey Mitchell, you know, and Caitlin Clark, they rock with each other. They rock with each other. If there was an issue, we would not be seeing them as teammates right now. So I think they have already established that relationship, like Kelsey Mitchell said. And a lot of people probably thought, I didn't know that they were respectful or they had a friendship like that already and they got to know each other. She's making it seem right from the beginning it was already locked in, which I like. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know that. Now, based off seeing them play all year and especially the second half, you'd be like, oh, these girls been playing with each other for 2-3 years for sure. So I'm excited for this year for sure, because those two are going to have even more opportunities this year, even more.
I think their strength, for one, is always, from a physical standpoint, her strength and her ability to now make plays that people don't think about. Whether it's that skip to skip, I mean, you know, a person of her caliber, it seems small, but it's going to make her go from having 25 to having 28 or 10 assists to 12 assists. So, for one, her strength, and then after that, professional, learning, you know, watching film, you know, knowing what you need. And I think that's going to take time for her specifically, but the rest is for her is already in the bag. I think strength is always going to be a main thing for her, though.
Kelsey, how much better prepared do you feel like the five of you are
Yeah.
to embrace, you know exactly what you're getting with the noise and the crowd?
Yeah.
And how do you also prepare everybody else for what's to come?
Ooh, I think that mix of leadership that we have from your DBs, so Tosh Howard and Sid, it's going to help ease things out based on the people that's coming around to see us. But I also think that it do helps us. Let me say this. Before we got here a month ago, we were all coming in. We would come from our respective homes to establish that already. And so I think that 5, we've established that like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It might have been open run, it might have just working out, but we've already kickstarted how we want to play in here so we could do it here.
Oh, that's big time right there, because not everybody can play under huge pressure. There is a lot of pressure being an Indiana Fever. Let's not make it seem like there's not a lot of pressure. If you don't perform, come on, bro, the fans going to be on your ass. If you don't perform, we all know this. It happens with LeBron. It happens with all professional athletes. If you do not perform, the fans will love you one day and they're going to hate you the next. You got to be mentally strong. For the most part, the Indiana Fever fans will love you. We all know that. But there will be criticism. There will be trolls who try to ruin what the Fever have going on. There will be a lot of people out there who do not want the Indiana Fever to succeed and be successful. There's going to be a lot of fans who try to intervene and throw things out on social media and create fake pages and stir drama. So they're going to have to keep a very tight locker room, which I think they will, and go through these things together, stay within the locker room and stay within each other, and they'll be okay. Now, as far as the crowd and being loud and all that, you just gotta get comfortable. And once you get comfortable and you understand the crowd's on your side and they want you to get hyped and they want to be behind you, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, bro. It's gonna take time. But there you have it. I'm not gonna take too long in this video. Get you guys out of here, man. Shout out to Kelsey Mitchell. And let's get it, man. I'm gonna catch you on the next video. I'm out.